Welcome back. Yoga assists in calming of the fluctuations of the mind. These fluctuations of the mind cause us to experience different kinds of emotions and may be the root cause of illness. In Yoga for Wellness today, Duncan Rice shows us the practices that bring focus to the mind, improving our mental health and restoring physical vitality.
Namaste and welcome to our yoga, which is focusing today on mental health. One of the biggest problems in our world today is depression. Today we're going to do some postures that really work with working on calming the mind and removing, as we say in yoga, the fluctuations of the mind. So we're going to start today with our first posture, which is actually a pranayama, a very strong pranayama called Kapalabhati Pranayama. This is the skull shining breath. So we're going to come and sit in a comfortable seated position. So with the Kapalabhati breath, it's a very strong breath, like a strong pant out the mouth. So we need to practice that first to understand how to do it through the nose. And remember, most of the postures that we do in yoga, we breathe through the nose. Has a very profound effect as well, breathing through the nose, of calming the mind as well. So we're going to start by gently panting like a dog together out the mouth. Let's just try that. So you can really feel the diaphragm moving in the body. And again, as a precaution, if you have high blood pressure, you need to practice this very gently. If you find that you are getting lightheaded or maybe starting to hyperventilate, you need to stop the practice and just breathe normally. So what we're going to do, this panting now, we're going to feel the same panting but through the nose. So let's just try this as a practice through the nose. Okay, great. So now when you practice with me, I'm going to count 1, 2, 1, 2. On the 1, you're going to do the strong breath out. And on the 2, you're going to do an automatic breath in. So prepare ourselves. We're going to close the eyes. And we're going to take a nice deep breath in. Long, slow breath out, just to relax the body, and then breathe in again and begin. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and stop. And now take a gentle breath in and hold the breath. This retention of the in-breath is called Anta Kumbhaka. Beautiful, beautiful practice. From here, we're going to come and lie on our backs, stretch the legs out, and we're going to come into Setu Bandhasana. Setu Bandhasana is a beautiful posture, calming the mind, also working into the spine, and also working into the thyroid and the parathyroid glands in our throat. So helping with the general immunity of our body. We're going to bend the knees, bring the knees as close to the buttocks as possible. Bring the hands by the sides of the buttocks with the palms facing down. And then slowly pushing up from the coccyx all the way up your spine. You're going to slowly raise the spine off the mat, pushing your hips up towards the sky, pushing as much as you can. You're going to bring your hands together underneath the buttocks and see if you can move onto your shoulders and then push yourself up even further and maybe bring the heels a little bit closer towards your head. And then for some of you who might want to take this posture even further, you see if you can bring the hands underneath your buttocks and just rest on your arms. And then we slowly lower down one vertebra at a time. And we rest in Shavasana for a few moments. Just focus and see how the mind, just from doing this posture, has calmed. And then from here, we're going to turn onto our stomach. And we're going to come into Ardha Mukha Svanasana, the downward facing dog. Another posture that is really good for the mental state, calming the mind. So we bring the hands underneath the shoulders, the knees underneath the hips. We're going to tuck the toes. And we're going to slowly push ourselves up into the downward facing dog position, pushing the heels down to the mat, tilting the buttocks up towards the ceiling. If you have problems coming into this posture, you can bend the knees, that's fine, and then slowly learn to straighten out. Just feel the lead deep to the lower back here as well as you stretch out the lower back. It's beautiful, beautiful posture. And then we're going to slowly come out after 5 breaths, come down onto our knees. We're going to come to sitting in a comfortable seated position. And we end with a closing mantra, which means may we all be happy, may we be free from illness, may we see what's auspicious, and may there be no suffering in the world. Om peace, peace, peace. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niramayaha, sarve bhadrani pashantu, maha kaschit dukkhabhag bhave. Om shanti shanti shanti.